I'm Susie Russell, and I'm a Silver Ambassador, and I'm a physical therapist. I would say that my introduction to gut health really started probably when my daughter hit her teen years, and she ended up spending 9 months on an antibiotic for a strep infection. When we finally eradicated strep, which we did finally get rid of, she was a different person. She had all of the symptoms that you see on that triplex video, the bloating, the gas, the discomfort, the fatigue. So being the physical therapy, I'm going to fix it mom, I went on my journey of trying to figure out how to help her. I knew that it was something that changed when she was on those antibiotics for that 9 months. So we went through detoxes. She was very committed. We cleansed, we did every which way, and she made some improvements. Myself, I actually started having major issues. So every cleanse felt fine, came off the cleanse, suddenly I'm gonna paint this visual for you. I was having such swelling in my hands that I would spend my nights with my arms hanging off the edge of the couch in buckets of ice. My hands itched, they started splitting open, and I'm a physical therapist that does a lot of manual hands-on work. A Band-Aid on every finger, sometimes 2 Band-Aids on every finger, and trying to not bleed while I was trying to work on my patients was not a very successful way to run a business. So, my desperation then turned to what is it that's begun to shift and change? And being the researcher, I started really investigating. I did contact my traditional pathways of medical professionals, and it just didn't satisfy where I felt like I was needing to make the changes. So I went on Google, and I began, and I'm not going to diminish any products out there because I think there are wonderful, wonderful products out there, but I began to try every which way the supplements that I read about and I knew about, and these actually are probably a third. I threw a lot out. I mean, I keep going, but I won't overload because I know I'm on a time crunch here. The bag is still half full.
Yeah, there's like 10 more things in there.
What I will tell you is that we gradually made some improvements. I know that what we were dealing with was trying to restore and improve our gut, both my daughter and I, but I was still struggling. So fast forward, my neighbor comes in and she posts on Facebook that she's found this product for gut health, and of course I'd researched everything, so I said, send me the ingredients, tell me how it works, let me look at it, let me dissect it, let me really go through all the different facets of how this is going to make a difference. And so I looked at all the ingredients, and they all hit the mark. Everything really hit right where I felt like I was trying to target. It was a third of the price of what I was spending. It was less complicated to take. And I just felt like, you know what, it's worth giving this a try. So, since I've tried so many other things, why not bring it on? So within 2 weeks of transitioning to that product, and this was, I'm talking a couple of years of working through this, 2 weeks, I noticed my hands improving. Suddenly, I could actually put my wedding rings back on. I was going into work with maybe 2 Band-Aids. Within 3 weeks, I was starting to feel like I had some normalization in my hands again. So to me, these products have been absolutely transforming. They've been life-changing for me. And my daughter, she's a college student. She's on her way to restoration of her health as well. I just can't be more grateful. So thank you.
There wasn't a 60-day money-back guarantee on any of this either, was there? So I bet there wasn't a 60-day money-back guarantee on any of that stuff. You can tell it really wasn't. Wow. Are you hearing how these products